Yo, hey, this shit easy, nigga. Hey, all I'm talking about, nigga, I'm still out here trying to get it.
Contender Regime Boxing, checking back in with y'all, man. What's happening? So I wanted to chop it up about Guillermo Rigondeaux versus Riel Casimero. That fight is going down this weekend along with Virgil Ortiz and Mean Machine. I believe that fight is on the Zone. Of course, Casimero and Rigondeaux is going to be on Showtime PBC. And both of those are great fights. But this Rigondeaux and Casimero fight, it's a very interesting one because, again, you know, this was the original fight. I really wanted to see Nonito Donaire versus Casimero, which was supposed to replace this fight. From what I hear, you know, they really wanted to do the unification match and came to Rigondeaux with a proposal to sit this fight out and then fight the winner. But some things went down with Casimero's team and Donaire's team, and the fight got canceled, or Donaire pulled out of the fight. And then now we got Rigondeaux back, which was the original matchup. So, I mean, this is a good fight. It's going to be a very, very technical fight early on because Rigondeaux is just one of the most technically skilled fighters, one of the most cerebral master boxers in boxing. He is older in age now, so I think that will play a factor. We really don't know how old Rigondeaux actually is. I don't know how much he has left in the tank, which in my opinion is the biggest factor or the biggest question in this fight. I mean, if he's anything like his old self, like the guy that fought Nonito Donaire, then, you know, this could definitely be a way better fight than what I already think it is. Casimero, in my opinion, I think he's on the uprise. Even though, you know, he took a loss or two in his career, he's been in the game for a minute, so he ain't no new fighter or no young prospect or anything like that. This dude been in the game and he's been in some good fights, and lately he's been putting on some really, really spectacular performances, and I think he's one of those guys that got a groove right now. He's on the street, and he was really looking forward to unifying with Donaire. He's been talking about whooping on Donaire for the longest, and he's also been talking about beating up on Naoya Inoue for the longest as well. He really wants those two fights, and you know, Casimero right now, you know, he's one of those guys that want to prove that he the best and he want to fight the best. So I really respect that. I think he's a really good fighter, fun to watch, hand speed, power, very entertaining. You know, does flips and all type of shit in the ring. You know what I mean? Also outside the ring, when you listen to his press conferences, I mean, dude talk a lot of shit. He flashy, flamboyant, but he back it up in the ring. So I really like that. I think Casimero is a guy that you can sell to the fans, and he's fan friendly in the ring and outside the ring as well. So, you know, this is it's gonna be a good test for Casimero to see how he deals with a technical boxer like Rigondeaux. That's gonna be something to see. If he can really go in there and do what he want to do with Rigondeaux, that's gonna impress me a lot. If Rigondeaux can go in there and tame Casimero and you know, make him conform to his style and keep him from going crazy and throwing hella punches, and just kind of keep him in check and control the distance and the pace of the fight, that's gonna be extremely impressive as well to see Rigondeaux do that at this age. I mean, I don't know if he 38, 40, 45, 47. I mean, I don't know how old Rigondeaux is, but I know the dude is up there. You dig what I'm saying? So I think this is going to be something interesting to see. And the winner out of this, hopefully they do fight Donaire, or even better yet, Naoya Inoue. Even though he top ranked, you know, hopefully if they get all the belts in order and, you know, they could do a unification match and get that shit going on. So, you know, that's a possible undisputed, I believe. Naoya Inoue, he got 2 belts. Donaire got 1, and Casimero got the other one. So hopefully we looking at a possible undisputed match within the next couple of fights between those 3 guys. So, and you know, if Rigondeaux wins this fight, that puts him right back in the game, right at the, you know, right back in the mix with the top guys, and he can, you know, He lost to Lomachenko, which was very disappointing. It was lightweight embarrassing, you know what I mean, the way he ended that fight. And this could, you know, raise his stock back up and put him in a whole different light if he's able to become champion again versus Casimero, and then possibly unify with Inoue or Nonito Donaire, have a rematch. That'd be good, because Nonito Donaire is another guy that's hot right now who's been winning fights. And, you know, a rematch, if Rigondeaux win this fight, a rematch between those two would be great. So y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments. How do y'all feel about this fight? Who you think gonna win? In my opinion, you know, I'm leaning towards Casimero. I just think he's a hotter fighter right now. I think he has the most momentum, and I think he got the most to fight for right now. You know what I'm saying? He really want to prove himself. And, you know, I know he really wants to fight Donaire, especially after everything that went down in the lead up and the build up to what was supposed to be the fight happening this weekend between those two. You know, it's some bad blood. And then he want to beat the shit out of Naoya Inoue as well. You know, this dude won't smoke with everybody. So I know he feel like he got something to prove right now. So I expect him to have most of the momentum and most of the energy in this fight. But I'm not counting out Rigondeaux at all. I think, shit, you know, he can go in there, and if he can be his old self, turn back the clock, I think he can tame this dude. And I think he can put on a masterclass boxing performance. So y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments, man. Contender regime boxing. I'll holler at y'all boys, man.